You're listening to Zoo, the show, the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's important.
Oh,
People love that. Oh, Kinsey, are you looking at the
Fire.
fire? We're about to record a podcast, and you know. Okay, goodbye, Kinsey. Maya's much worse for.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible.
Anyway, whoa, what? Wait, it's episode 11 of Zoo the Show, the podcast. We're back. We're better than ever.
the show's better than ever.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But, man, what an exciting first 5 minutes for sure. Oh my god. Jesus, please us.
Had us just like screaming twice in the first 5 minutes.
I don't think we've like really had a big scream in that level like quite since like
since we watched
fucking-
North.
I was gonna say since like Evan. It was
I'm still waiting for him to come back.
I know.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, in the characters we're all waiting for to come back are Evan, House Bear, because there's
Yes.
still that bear.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the poachers from episode 1 who just like irrelevant?
Yeah, who got them arrested and now they're just like done.
It was just like, no, they're just like the villains for this one episode. When you didn't need that extra like we didn't need more stuff in that first episode.
I feel like they're gonna find a way to like fit them in.
Well, I don't know.
Because they did real good with this episode.
I'm blown away that Evan hasn't come back yet.
I still am.
And I feel like if he's gonna come back, he's got like 2 more. Like he's got to come before the end of the season. if
Maybe
he's coming back.
I'm gonna call it that he's the season cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably.
him showing up with his like one weird like mutant eye.
I'm glad we don't have
Yeah.
to wait between seasons if that's the case.
Maybe
'cause
he has like a leopard arm or something. That would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
one can only hope.
Oh man.
I mean, although this show dispatches characters like nothing.
Yeah, they don't really give a fuck.
At this
I can't
point,
believe
yeah.
it.
I think they're like really getting into their stride, and they're just like, well,
We got
the-
too many of these dang things.
the message boards are saying people don't like this guy. So
Yeah. Gone.
JamesPatterson.org. The forums. We got to get into the episode. We're in like you would think we're starting in Zambia because it's a new place, but no, we're still in Virginia.
Mhm.
Chloe's been arrested.
Mhm.
She's in the car with this FBI agent who is just like really like doubling down on being a character we don't like, and there's a good reason for it.
yeah.
But he is like fully like you women, you love Paris. That is a line that he says,
Yeah.
and I don't really know like what like they were just like, how do we make this man sexist in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Like
Sexist and like a
Xenophobe.
yeah. Because he's just like, oh, you're from Paris, huh?
Yeah.
you women love Paris. It's like, I'm from Paris though. That seems like a weird like you women love Paris, and then she tries to tell him some important information he should know, and he's like, shut your hole.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Then threatens to take her out into the woods and kill her.
Yeah. Threatens to take her out into the woods and kill her. He's like, I had one friend, and it was that crooked cop who tried to like kill you and your like.
literally one friend.
Yeah. I was married once, but she's dead now, so I have no connections. So don't worry about anything. There's no repercussions coming up.
There's no. Yeah, I'm.
No one cares about me.
And then and then a car pulls up beside them, and there was a brief second where I'm like, huh, there's a car. Well, I guess that guy's just passing.
Yeah.
Like, it went through my head.
Like, that's a sweet car. and then in like a second,
Blah, blah. Fucking destroyed. Just head exploded onto Chloe.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. This episode was really, and we'll get into it more, this episode was easily the most, like, bloody, like, or at least insinuation of bloody, like, that this show has been. Like, it was a brutal episode.
Yeah.
For, like, CBS in 20, like, whatever.
I think
like,
2008 or 9.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Yeah, so Chloe gets kidnapped by these men in black suits who just shot the FBI guy dead on the side of the road, and gets thrown into the trunk of a car. Pretty classic, kidnapping shit. We cut over to Zambia. where Ray has got them he's got a contact who's going to give them loads of guns to go killing leopards with. Really weirdly contrasting with his previous views.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to have to kill a lot of these leopards to catch one. And that's just, I understand that.
And that's just science.
That's just, what can I say? They get to this camp. I'm unclear on what these people were doing, like out in the, like what their sort of purpose was. The people, like, it doesn't matter because they're all dead. They get there, the leopards have killed everyone, and like all the ammo's been wasted, so they just have the tranquilizer. The essential thing we get out of this is leopards are tagging the area. We got the one tranquilizer gun with 6 shots,
which still doesn't quite make sense because like the leopards attacked. There's like AKs everywhere, just all over the ground.
They used all of them.
Yeah, and they used every bit of ammo and had no extra ammo. So like, some real Einsteins they're dealing with.
It's TV show. I mean, it's TV show logic, and I understand that. The thing that bothers me more is that they're like, we have 6 shots, and they keep talking about wasting shots, and then it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, they don't use a single one.
They don't use any of them. That should have been like when you start the episode, like, we have 6 shots, it should be like, oh, we wasted one. Oh, we used one and we got 2 somehow. Like, it should be like oh, we're battling to use these, like, our limited resources.
Yeah.
But it's not that. I mean, it just implies that it's going to be that.
Maybe next episode it has something. Maybe they're playing the long con.
The long con. There's like the TV's running. There's a guy on the TV who's really very like, I guess British-ish. Yeah. Maybe it's just because he's kind of like his voice is very funny because he's just like, what are we going to do? Kill all the zoo animal? Like it's
it's one of those like conservative liberal battling head-to-head shows.
What was that old show that doesn't Crossfire?
Crossfire. That was it.
It's fucking Crossfire going down.
And then the other guy's just the most ridiculous.
They got the drink one. Chloe's been put into a room. That's basically, there's a scene where Chloe just gets dragged into a room with a bag on her head.
Yeah.
Which is not...
real creepy room. It's got like a disgusting bare mattress just laying there. It's just really... This episode was very uncomfortable.
It's not good. Like, it's a
very bad situation.
Terrible feels the entire time.
And once again, like, how did this get on network television?
Oh my god, it was really brutal. But I mean, 24 got on network television.
Yeah,
like, it's this show came out like end of the Bush era, like, right? Like, or start of Obama's president, somewhere in there. And like, man, oh man, though, fucking Jesus, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It's crazy how much like torture was just
everywhere
portrayed in everything.
Yeah. But they didn't show it directly on screen, so it's not even like real violence.
They showed a tiny bit, but it was just like Sean Connery type
slapping back and forth, and like with the person fully out, it's just like someone's back, like like the violence equivalence of like putting your arms around yourself and like I'm making out with somebody.
Oh God! What a great episode! I never would have thought the show was gonna take this turn.
I'm so excited for season 2 because they've done so much to build up the animal attacks that that like the paradigm has to change. Like they can't like keep doing this way.
Yeah, and it honestly feels like, because I know for the first few episodes we were like, where's the animals attacking? And I think it really kind of put it on us kind of slow like. And it was worth it because like it is very surprising now. And
it's that. Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's all good.
It's that thing of like zombie shows and zombie movies and stuff where it's like the real like danger is like the people.
Yeah.
And the animals are just like exacerbating the situation.
But then at this point it's like, no, the animals are a problem.
they're still an issue. You guys have been dealing like with rats and some bullshit for the past few, but like leopards, still bad.
Yeah, because we haven't had any like
It's been a while since we've done a big animal.
Yeah, because there was the bear, and even that wasn't like... Because the bears were kind of like slow and meandering, and there were only 3 of them, and we haven't seen like any kind of like formidable animal except for like the lions in the zoo, and at that point they weren't even like attacking.
Yeah,
really.
the lions and the wolves also.
The wolves, yeah.
Very
With
scary.
the prison break.
Folk gets put in the room. They're in Zambia. They're driving around looking for leopards. They like stop like a passing group of people who are like fleeing the area, and they're saying like there are leopards here. Run, leave this place. There are leopards everywhere. They killed like 12 people from our village last night.
Dragged off 12 people.
Or our farm.
From a farm.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I didn't know farms had that many people.
Gotta have a lot of people at a farm.
Yeah, I mean, I learned something there.
Depending on farm size. Although, I found out, like, I watched a documentary recently about rice growing in Japan.
Really?
And apparently mechanization has made it really, it's with anything. You can really, like, have a lot less people doing the work if you just have a machine that you can go down the row and it does everything.
That's such a good / bad thing.
Yeah.
Because it's good, because, way more output.
Well, it's good because we need the food.
Yeah.
And bad because, we can't just, like, be... People can't just, like, let us have food. Like, everyone needs the food, so everyone should get some food. Should we though? Or should maybe it be money based? Anyway, yeah, leopard attacks are happening at this farm. This huge mechanization has not made its way to this particular farm.
There would have been 12 alive people.
Yeah. They would have only killed 2 people, but they would have taken out 100% of a farm.
Yeah.
So,
that would have, socially that'd been worse.
The leopards are attacking randomly all over Zambia, just like guerrilla war tactics.
Yeah. And hopefully we're at the end of this thing, because we've complained about it a lot before, where everyone was like, the animals are doing blah blah blah. That doesn't make sense.
What?
And Ray does that in this episode, and it's real stupid. He's like, so the leopards are using military tactics? Like, yes, Ray. What have they been telling you this entire plane ride?
I'm super happy for it to keep going as long as the animals keep advancing. I'm ecstatic. Let Jackson Oz be like, wait a minute, you mean that dog is using a gun? Fucking let it happen.
Oh, God.
You got 2 seasons.
2 seasons of it left.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. God.
You'll get there.
But yeah.
Back to...
What a great episode. Are we at the camp
Virginia.
Yet? Oh, no, back
because they talk about that they decide to go towards the leopards and then go back to Virginia where they don't show the face of the man who is in charge of kidnapping Chloe.
Yeah, we all thought it would... I mean, I thought, anyways, that it was Evan, and now looking back, it's like, that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, because he was wearing a suit, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it was...
Like, Evan wouldn't wear a suit.
Was it Alves we decided his name was?
Yeah, it might be his last name, but it is the guy who originally went and talked to Chloe.
Right, not the guy she eventually met who ended up working for Rating Global, but the guy who was just, like, very intensely French and was like,
who commented on her husband cuckolding.
Yeah, he was like, your husband cuckolded you.
Which makes so much sense because he seems like a bad guy.
He does seem like a bad guy. But that might just be our like inherent thing against French people, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a lot in this show. There's been a lot of anti-French sentiment, which I know existed, especially during that time era. But it is always like the French. All right, I guess
it's so weird because did they do anything to us?
To America they weren't.
They didn't go to Iraq.
Yeah.
With us.
Oh.
They were against the Iraq War.
Yeah, remember Freedom
It was
Prize?
really like they should have.
Yeah, everyone.
What a
was.
mistake! To not join us in that. What a terrible mistake.
Yeah, remember Freedom Prize? Freedom Prize.
Yeah.
God.
What a time.
But
That was a terrifying time in history.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in a
terrifying time now.
Yeah, but like looking back at that, like,
guess what?
it started a war for nothing.
It's been bad pretty much since like I remember being a kid and being like, wow, we're at war, huh? Like, and it's basically not stopped since
No,
then.
it's not stopped.
It's just the beginning of human history.
Let's see, Alves. Yeah, but so I'm gonna call him Alves for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Might not be his name. I don't really care. No one's gonna go check on this for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Alves, he's like, well, we're gonna do some torture, and a guy comes out with like a little briefcase, and she's like, I won't tell you anything, and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna hurt you, and the guy pulls out of the briefcase, instead of like a weapon, just like an iPad.
Yeah, like a laptop.
He had the whole briefcase, like it was a huge metal briefcase, and he was just like, my tiny laptop.
This whole torture sequence was genius and well acted, and I feel bad for the actor who played Alves, because really good at acting, but I don't think the role he played is gonna get him much.
Yeah,
because it's just very creepy. Ugh.
He's like, I'm not gonna hurt you, and then she's like, what? And then we cut back to Zambia, where Jackson's starting a fire. Mitch and Jamie are trying to put up a tent, and they're like, we're both bad at this. And Ray comes over and is like, oh, I'll do it. This is my big fucking alpha move. I'll put up the tent. Watch me do it. And then he puts up the tent in like 12 seconds.
That was frustrating too.
Yeah,
like, there's no way like an animal like biologist is gonna be that completely stupid.
Yeah,
like, he's gone camping before, definitely.
For sure he has. And also, like, the way that tent went up, if it's like a regular tent that isn't just like that, like set up, they already did most of the like difficult aspects.
Yeah.
And by difficult, I just mean like
99% of the procedure.
Putting the the metal poles into the tent loops and shit. But he's, Ray's like talking shit on their tent skills. Mitch and Ray are like, fucking like, I hate you because I'm smart and you're stupid, Ray. And Ray's like, I hate you because I'm stupid and you're smart. They like really go at each other. Ray's like, even once you get the cure, how are you going to administer it to just all animals? Which is a fair point to make. How do you administer to just every animal?
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, that was also a weird thing, because while that's a good point, like, shut up.
Yeah. This is the secret, is we're totally, on this podcast, we just lean into like we're totally run by our emotions on it, whether we like a character or not, and none of us like Ray.
No.
Fucking Ray? Are you kidding me?
And Mitch's response was also basically like the best possible response.
Shut your
like,
hole.
He's just like, well, we take it step by step, which you gotta.
Frankly.
Like, this is like 6 people. They're not gonna right away be able to like give it to all these governments and have them like gas the entire world. It's a process.
Anyways, let's see. Abraham and Mitch talk about like, oh, we got 6 strength darts. There are animal sounds all around us. I used to think animal sounds were pretty, but now I'm terrified of them because they are almost certainly screaming at me, I will kill you. I will kill you, Abraham. You are dead. You're fucking dead.
Specifically Abraham. He's like, you're the only threat here. All of these other people would be useless without you. You're dead.
Once you're dead, I'm taking them all out.
And it's going to be easy. I can take my time at that point.
I'll do it by myself. I got a bunch of friends to help kill you, but I'm going to kill everybody else all by myself.
Oh, man. You got a psychotic pretty boy, a morose, like, animal doctor.
Another psychotic pretty boy.
And just some lady.
Journalist.
We got to watch her trigger finger, but other than that.
Yeah. Jamie comes over. She needs to pee. Mitch is like, okay, I'll go with you to pee.
Oh, we forgot to talk about their singing.
Oh, yeah. Abraham's singing like something that the kids on the truck earlier, who like were leaving their their farm were singing, and Mitch tries to sing a bit of it, and Abraham gives him the old your singing will keep the animals away, and
Well, he was singing "Oh My Darling Clementine."
oh right,
as like kind of a, I don't know if it was necessarily a mocking thing or a, yeah, we used to sing stuff like that too.
This is what we sang when we fled our home in Idaho. Yeah.
And they were palling around.
They were palling around.
Jamie ruined it.
They really like joking around. See, this is the kind of, that was actually pretty decent like character.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not like a huge thing where Abraham's like, now I love you, Mitch.
Yeah,
but it
it's
is like,
just
we're
a
in
start.
we're in a scary situation. We're like, we gotta be together.
Here's our common ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only two like genuinely useful people. Like Mitch is just garbage in a survival aspect, but he's literally the only necessary person to get a cure.
Mitch is actively a negative point in the survival
Yeah,
act.
yeah.
He's like,
He's
someone comes with guns and he's like, fuck you, shoot me.
You think I care? Shoot.
Kill me. Jamie comes over, is like, I need to pee. Mitch is like, I'll come with you and hold the tranquilizer gun and shoot anything that comes while you pee. They have like a whole thing where she's like, I can't pee while you're like nearby. And I don't, what's the end of that scene? Like what happens in that scene? Like, is it just she goes and pees and then it's done and there's like a little spooked?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just to like, they're like, well, just keep going. Like, put a little bit of attention to keep people watching.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, like, Mitch and Jamie have like one of the more like actual relationships in the group.
Yeah,
like
that makes sense because I saw it as kind of a relationship building point
Yeah,
for them.
I think so. Yeah, Mitch is really like Mitch is doing a good job this episode for one. Like,
Yeah.
Mitch doesn't really have like a bad moment in this episode, which is a rarity. Usually, he's like saying some weird shit or like talking about how he slept with his professor who loves bats.
Yeah. He's mostly normal.
Yeah. Jackson.
Very helpful too,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, Mitch is killing it.
Mitch's killing it
Him and Abe.
this episode. Can Mitch turn it around?
Ooh, we'll see.
Jackson and Abraham sitting around the fire talking about the way things used to be. They just it's just like a small scene of Jackson and Abraham also doing a lot of character development for this little segment here.
And it's very subtle with Jackson at this point, which is surprising. And he's still kind of just like a blank slate.
Yeah.
Which is strange because everyone else has like their
Jackson.
personalities, but he's very kind of like very neutral in almost every sense.
It comes down to like almost always the main character of anything is like the least interesting. I feel like,
I guess because you got to put yourself like in their shoes.
Yeah, and especially when it's just like when it's Jackson Oz, who's like, my thing is that my dad.
Yeah.
Jackson doesn't really have a personality of his own. Like all the other characters are built off of. Mitch is built off of being an asshole. Like
right.
All of his character traits, all of his history is based around his personality. And the same is true of Abraham and to some extent Jamie and Chloe.
I think it's going to end up that way with Jackson Oz too. We might see a big shift in the storytelling because it definitely feels like they're leaning into like the hereditary aspects of his father's like insanity because they've already touched on his like recklessness. They do some more in this episode, and then even after they touch on it, he just like gets pissed off about it and just like is reckless for the sake of being reckless.
Yeah, it's a shame there's not a police chief somewhere in this show to be like, damn it, Jackson.
Well, I think Abe's kind of the police chief.
He's the closest. Yeah. You're a loose cannon, Jackson, but I get results.
But it is his character's getting more interesting as it goes along, but very slower and like less overtly than everyone else's.
Yeah.
Like Chloe this episode is just
she's hardcore.
She is
We're about to get into that.
Hardcore people.
Chloe is in this room, the guy's like, "Do you recognize this apartment?" Alves like, "Do you recognize this apartment?" And we don't recognize it, but
We had assumed once the laptop came out that he was gonna like show the footage
of her being cuckolded,
yeah,
by her sister,
which would have been awesome and hilarious, but it took it in a way darker path.
Yeah. Essentially,
Oh,
it's a
God.
man in a balaclava, just hanging out in her sister's house, and like he's gonna like fucking murder you. He's gonna torture and then murder your sister.
Yeah,
if you don't
like-
tell us.
Really, really like well played by Alves, like
Yeah.
as a character actor, because he's just like killing it. He is terrifying.
He's very
Yeah.
French and very scary.
Yeah. Like, he's not very physically formidable, but like, oh man, that was chilling.
And Chloe's like, I don't care if she slept with my husband. I was cuckolded. I don't give a fuck. And he's like, oh yeah, you'll give a fuck though once Tomas gets to go. That's that's Tomas's real name, and Tomas is like,
He's
bad.
scared.
But Chloe's like fully like, I don't give a fuck, kill her, do it,
Yeah,
do it, I'll
and-
watch.
God, what was the wording? I think he was like, and he was very. Oh, it's so hard to describe how he played it.
Yeah,
But it was kind of like mockingly sympathetic.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh well, no, the worst scum in the world wouldn't deserve what Tomas is gonna do to your
what
sister."
Tomas is about to fucking do. You're going to fucking love this shit. Tomas is the fucking freak.
He is a monster, and he even points out like he prides himself on it.
Tomas loves being the worst.
Oh,
He's just the worst.
oh my God.
He microwaves fish in the work microwave. He doesn't care at all. He's a madman, Tomas.
It's not even cooked first. He just puts raw fish.
That's
in
how
the
he cooks
microwave.
it. That's how he cooks it. It takes so long.
It tastes terrible.
It tastes awful. And it smells. It never doesn't smell. You can't clean that out. We got back to Zambia. They're listening to some animals. They're like, oh fuck. Ray's like, I'll go check it out. No worries. He takes the trank gun. He walks in. They're all like, it's a lot of shots of them looking up at the trees and like bird noises and a wolf and ooh, the leaves are crinkling. And it's very tense. And then Ray comes out and is like, yeah, oh no, there's nothing out there, I guess. From the sideline, my favorite type of murder, like
Yeah.
the favorite kind of thing. They were really going through characters this episode, just bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam. Ray gets mauled by a leopard.
Oh man, like
From-
I said, the message boards. You gotta listen to the message boards.
We hate Ray. We all hate Ray.
We hated that.
We were all-
FBI dude. We hate Ray.
We were all on our Tumblrs typing, hate Ray, love Zoo, but hate Ray.
Zoo is the godfather of television shows, but what is this Ray character?
Who is this Ray guy who's ruining everything? Ray gets mauled from the side. It was awesome. It was so many of the things were just sideline murders in this episode.
Which makes sense because like big cats, that's what they do.
Yeah. It's wild though because everyone was looking straight at Ray and the cat came from the side. So maybe they saw it coming and were just like,
No,
he's
he's already done.
Yeah, that whole scene was incredible. Even the kind of the defense that they come up with, because like they take some glow sticks that it had showed earlier, and I was even wondering like, glow sticks? But then I get it, and Jackson busts one open and throws the liquid at one of the guys, and he's like, "Oh, you got this liquid on me? I'm gonna come get you." And then, just like a Greek god.
Yeah, a real lightning bolt sort of move.
Abe lights a branch on fire and javelin tosses it into one of the leopard's sides. And they're just like, holy shit, we gotta get rid of this guy first. And they take off.
We gotta kill Abraham first. We gotta separate him somehow. Or like trick him into falling down a cliff or something.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me because I mentioned this while we were watching that the leopards have like guerrilla like military tactics, but they are still like, ooh, fire! No.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not afraid of guns.
no, but I mean, you would be afraid of like 400 pounds of solid
true.
muscle just chucked an entire tree that's on fire into your side.
They are afraid of guns. They're afraid of these guns.
Oh man, they're like, we gotta trick him into falling for his hubris, like all of the Greek gods.
So they're like tracking Tiger through the like woods in their Jeep, and Mitch is like, maybe we should say something nice about Ray, and Abraham says something nice about Ray, which really rings hollow, because like,
Yeah, it was kind of a backhanded compliment.
yeah, like here's the thing, no one liked Ray.
None.
We've talked about it in the forums, they blew up.
Yeah.
Top posts on Reddit for weeks. Who is Ray and why do we hate him?
First post was Jackson Oz, and he was like, hey, fuck that guy.
Fuck Ray. Fuck Ray. 8 million upvotes. Because everyone who watched this show ever at any point found that post and was like, yep, I agree.
I agree, that guy who was in 3 episodes in the first season really deserved it.
Good. We cut back sort of briefly to Chloe, at where the guy's like, oh, look, your sister's fucking home early. Tomas is about to do his,
Just really go to town.
And he, like, Tomas walks off screen and we hear a lot of screaming. It's really awful. It's unpleasant.
Yeah.
Chloe's, like, bleeding. This is a grimy place, and it is just a sound of someone getting hurt, and it is not fun, which it's not supposed to be. So, like, it's not, like, a bad aspect of the show. Much.
It's actually like they did it well for us to feel as uncomfortable. And part of the thing, which I just realized, part of what makes it, like how Chloe was bleeding all over the place, a lot of the blood on her,
not her
was
blood.
FBI dude's brains.
Yeah. It was unpleasant though, and there is like a certain aspect, like I don't like love, just someone torturing women on TV. It's not like a great, like, it's got some bad like connotations, and it's not it's the sort of thing where it's like you don't want to like stop like stories from being told, but like in this particular context it's like a CBS James Patterson thing. I don't think it's like a particularly like, oh, like this is like a meaningful story about this so much as like oh, look, isn't this like wild? Like,
and they do it later. Like,
but Jamie.
Yeah, it's not great. Not super a big fan of it.
It definitely solidifies Alves as a stone cold son of a bitch, though.
Yeah. As a bad guy. It's so funny. We'll get to it. Just generally this show like is just like, oh, this person's about to die, better make them awful, like really quick. Like this episode they're bad and then they die.
Possibly. I don't believe they did.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll
Hopefully
see.
Next episode it explains it.
We're back to Zambia. They're in the Jeep. They're chasing this leopard through the woods. They're making their own trank gun by like, they lost the trank gun somehow I think the leopards dragged the body away in the fight with the trank gun. So they're making their own trank gun out of like, local
roots and stuff
and shit. And they put it into a syringe that they put onto a stick for Abraham.
Which is genius. Like, oh my goodness.
It's pretty rad.
Because like that way he can like stick them. And they attached it by the pushy part. So when he sticks them, it automatically just pushes in. Like, what a... Oof. And the other thing was, how he got the stick was he ripped it off of the top of the Jeep.
It wasn't a stick, it was a metal pole.
It was part of the like cargo thing on top of the Jeep. And Abraham just like it's a piece of celery, just rips it off of there.
Jackson and Abraham find this leopard den. They like walk over to like a little closer by. The leopards aren't there. Abraham's like, we should wait in the car for like the leopards to come back, and then we'll figure out what to do. And Jackson's like, what if we wait right here for them, right in their den, and then
and just hope that only one comes back,
and then we'll get him. And Abraham's like, you've been making some weird choices recently, Jackson. And Jackson's like, shut up! I'm a genius.
I'm the only one making choices. And he's like, yeah, you make them before anyone else can think of things. He's like, it's because everyone else is stupid. And I'm like, genius.
I have an idea, Jackson. No, you don't.
My father was a genius.
Do you know who my father was? It's not that intense, but that's the energy we're really...
I feel like it kind of is.
I think that's
like
exactly what
Abraham's just like, hey dude, I'm kind of annoyed that you're getting us killed. And he's just like, you're annoyed that I'm getting you killed? I'm annoyed that you're annoyed at me getting you killed.
Who's the real victim here? It's me, Jackson Oz. They're talking about their plans, and then they hear a little growl in the woods, and they see a female leopard, which I don't know. And, this is, again, one of those things that I'm showing my ignorance about animals. But they clock that from a distance, that it is a female leopard. Is that, like, a possible thing?
I feel like it probably
is. For, like, someone who knows, more about...
Generally, in most cases, like, we can clock the female form from a while away.
Of, like, a cat, though? Like, I can't. Not me.
Well, of people. And, like, because we're around people. I'm sure if we were around, like, cats more often.
Maybe. It's a possibility. I assume so. Probably, right? Like, they've studied them, so probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not studied, but, like, are around them a lot.
I would, who here has the most... I think William has the most experience with animals. Because of all his dogs.
Yeah, when you see a dog in the wild, are you, just, like, out on the town... Are you like, that's a lady dog?
I usually don't think that, but I'll start trying to.
See if you can.
See how well I do.
See how you can,
I mean, they're generally smaller. That's just
yeah.
often the rule, but I don't know if that works with leopards too.
Yeah, because all leopards to me, and I don't, I'm sorry if this isn't politically correct. All leopards to me look the same.
Oh, man. God, yeah, all animals in general just look like death machines.
Yeah, I see that and I'm like, I don't even really see it. I just sort of see red and start running.
Like, honestly, horses scare the shit.
Oh, yeah, they're massive. Like, one tumble from them or one kick, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Anyways, Jackson's like, oh, we should get the cub. And Abraham's like, well, maybe we should think of a plan. And Jackson's like, no, I'm going to go.
He's like, maybe we should think of a plan. And then it zooms out and Jackson's already walking into the...
And not even like, he's walking into like his like English class. Like, oh, got my backpack over one shoulder. What do we got in here? And what they got in there is a dead ray.
Yeah, but also... On the plus side, the cutest little kitty cat.
Cutie little cutie patootie.
Oh my god, that cat is so cute.
Let's I think, like, with all the massive money we're making off of this podcast, like, just frankly huge amount of money, we should probably buy a pet leopard. I mean,
buy a pet leopard, alter its pituitary gland so it never gets old and a kitten.
Yeah, that's the kind of money we're making at this point, folks.
Yeah.
that genetic
cash. God, I am curious if that was an actual baby leopard, though.
Hard to say.
I don't think... William was saying it looked like a different species of...
Like a
ocelot, it looked more like, but I don't know.
Seems like it'd be easier to get a hold... Like, I feel like it was some sort of wildcat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was definitely, like, really there. Like, it definitely wasn't CGI. Like, I say confidently, and then, like, someone's going to tell me later that, no, literally every part of this show is CGI, Joey. Like, there's no Jackson Oz. Like, there's no real person there.
It was. I just Googled it. Oh, no. Look at what just popped up.
Oh, no.
As an armadillo.
Oh, no!
But as a palate cleanser, that was a leopard kitten.
Oh, that was
And they are the
Oh.
cutest things.
Yeah. Listen, this is just like it's just a podcast where we just like look at cute pictures and we're like, you guys can't see this, but
Oh,
it's
man.
so cute.
it's so cute.
Oh,
Oh,
look at these ones.
oh,
Oh,
ears are.
yes.
We gotta stop. We have to stop ourselves. We gotta move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jackson picks up the leopard. Abraham is meanwhile outside in the you know, like with his syringe stick, like looking around,
Yeah.
and the grass is moving towards him, and he's like, "Oh fuck, we're fucked. We're so fucked. We're so fucked." And then Jackson comes out with the thing, and he turns, and it's like a comedy moment because Jackson's holding a leopard, and Abraham's holding a snake, like on the end, like it was a snake that was moving the grass. It was
Like giant snake.
It was-
I don't know why they aren't concerned.
It was huge. Well, you know, he was
Yeah, I
just
guess
they were basically just like nice snake, nice baby leopard. Let's go.
Like he didn't even keep the snake for food.
No, it's just a real shame.
Yeah, I thought they would. I thought that'd be a nice touch. Instead, he just puts it right down by his exposed legs.
So much happens in this episode. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's wild. I keep like looking at my notes. I'm like, oh my god. So they have to go through like army. I forget what the army they say.
The
Like,
Dubes.
yeah.
Dubé.
It's like army territory. Abraham's like they're actually like more of a gang than anything.
He
like
compares them
Hells
to the
Angels.
Hells Angels, but I don't think they understand what the Hells Angels are.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mainly a bunch of guys who just really like motorcycles.
loving those cycles. 4 wheels, no thank you.
How about 4 minus 2? 4 divided by half.
Or 2 split into. I could have 2 motorcycles, and then that would be 4 wheels. But I would never use them together,
Yeah.
unless I just like strap them both to a chariot of some kind.
Yeah.
And that would be 6 wheels, which would be insane, but still cooler than 4 wheels. They're like, we have to go through this army territory. They're driving through it. They get a call from an FBI agent, not the FBI,
Oh yeah.
or not FBI agent,
The French Special Forces.
Yeah, what
intelligence?
French intelligence, yeah. Who's like a friend of Chloe's. I don't know if he's ever been in the show.
I think he was a very small character toward the
Right.
beginning.
He was just like one of the guys who's like, Chloe, are you feeling okay after you've been cuckolded? And she's like, please, I wish you would stop saying it in our working environment. And he's like, I'm looking for Chloe. If you know where she is, tell me. And Jackson's like, oh, she was arrested by the,
FBI.
by the FBI. And he's like, no, she wasn't. I know this kind
That
of
guy
shit.
turned up dead.
That guy
Yeah.
turned up dead.
While she was, for some reason, handcuffed in his front seat.
Mhm.
So she's got another murder charge. Even though everyone can tell that his brain was blown out from the window side.
Also, you guys that I'm calling right now have a murder charge. Do you know anything that will help me?
Well, you-
Also, where are you guys? Because
just for,
you're kind of arrested.
for other reasons, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, he essentially is just like, hey, I wanted to give you, make sure you know some stuff.
Yeah.
As the other characters. And they're like, okay, and they hang up. And then they get stopped by this army who, drive up around them, start shooting guns. They pull Abraham out. They're talking in Swahili.
Mhm.
And Chloe,
Yeah, great.
or Jamie, or whoever turns to like Jackson is like, what are they saying? And Jason's like, I have no clue. I have no idea. I haven't learned the language here. What do I look like? I'm a goddamn American.
My father was a genius. That doesn't mean I am.
Yeah.
I would never ever learn another language. That's just space I'm taking away from animal facts.
Mhm.
Did you know that bats can fly at 27.5 miles an hour?
Isn't that useful? I don't know the language of here. I live here. I don't know. It's so hard for me to grocery shop.
Oh man. And it's funny to me because like the army comes in and they look very imposing,
Yeah.
but they're very quickly dispatched.
Oh yeah. I mean, so they're like yanking people out. They pull Chloe out. There's another weird like rapey line, which not great. Again, don't love to see it. It was bad. And then they're like, oh, how are we gonna get out of this? Mitch just pokes this leopard with the needle they have. Just gives him a little poke. Which I was like, what's he doing? What's going on here? I should have figured it out.
Yeah, I had an inkling that it was linked to the lions with their telepathy thing that they had. But I wasn't sure, like, I guess it makes sense that the lions and leopards are, like, close enough that they would have, like, the same mutations. But that was, like, a pro move.
Yeah, so the leopards sense a disturbance in the force. Come in, fucking just mauling all the army guys.
Yeah, and then they just, like, book it.
Yeah, in the confusion, like, Abraham, like, throws a guy out of the Jeep, and they just, like, you know, they get in the Jeep, they get away.
He rips off a dude's arms like tissue paper.
They get away. Chloe lies to,
Albus.
Yeah, we cut back. This might have happened a little early. I'm trying to remember the exact order, but essentially what happens is Chloe, in order to stop him from hurting her sister, lies to him and is like, they're going to India to look for leopards, which we talked about this a lot in the show, but I don't know if we talked about it during the podcast. She could have lied at any point.
Yeah.
And how do you confirm that?
Well, I think, and the thing is that I think she knew that if she lied sooner, that he wouldn't believe her. But at this point, I'm pretty sure he's threatening to
chop off.
He's threatening to chop off her sister's left hand, which very considerate to not start with the right hand.
Yeah, well,
good for them.
We assume she might be a southpaw.
She might be. That would actually be worse.
I'm really glad Southpaw was was on my word of the day calendar. I've just been waiting to use it.
Ever since I saw the Eminem movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like she waits until a good time to lie, and then somehow dude goes and makes a phone call and finds out that she was lying.
I called India, and they said they don't know what you're fucking talking about, you idiot. God. Which, if he has the capabilities to check that kind of thing that easily, he should be able to do it to all the country. It's not like
because
India's huge.
Yeah, and it gives the illusion that it was like 5 minutes. Like he just spent like a couple minutes, called like one place, and then that was it.
The reach must be enormous to just be able to be like, no, we ruled out India.
Yeah.
India?
Like one of the largest, most populated countries in the world.
I called my dude Jake, and he said that he didn't see any fucking planes coming in. Yeah, so he's like, you lied, we're gonna chop off your sister's hand. I think they chop off her sister's hand.
I think they do. They do. Yeah. And he specifically tells the dude, use the dullest blade you have.
Which is redundant because Thomas only has dull blades.
Yeah.
He never learned to sharpen them.
He's like, boss, you know me.
I don't sharpen these things. They are barely even knives anymore.
I don't have blades, I have spoons.
There's a brief scene of them like escaping in the car and being like, Mitch, you did a great job, and Mitch is like, thank you, I've done it, I've turned a new leaf, and Jackson's like, I'm fine, I'm real tough.
Jackson's like, yeah, guys,
great job, great. Mitch. And he's been shot in the fucking, just like his buddy Ray. He's exactly like, he's like, I wanted to be just like you, Ray.
I'm coming, Ray.
So yeah, they're all, put this on, cover your wound, put pressure on it. Jackson's been shot. Going into the next episode, that's one of the big cliffhangers.
Yes.
The other big cliffhanger is the guy's like about to be like, okay, we're gonna chop off your sister's other hand or whatever shit, like Avid says, and he's like talking to her and like saying some like evil guy shit, and then boom, another person just sidelined, blown away. Silenced pistol straight to the head.
God. Although it didn't, and I don't know if it's the network television thing, or a story element where it didn't really show any blood or anything.
Yeah.
He just kind of fell.
It could be either way.
Yeah. So that's what's making me kind of think that the dude might have been BSing.
Well, it's a very so what happens is, before we discuss whether it's real or not, is the
climate change.
Oh my God, it's coming out, folks. The Zoo podcast is coming out and saying climate change is a hoax, just like this so-called spherical world we're living on. So it's, I forget his name now, but the director of like the guy who brought them all together in the first place, who like it turned out was working for Rating Global, and they went to his house last episode.
It was like a double cross, possibly.
Yeah, he comes in, he's like, it was never supposed to be this way. You have to tell me where they are, which all of us clocked and were like, wait a minute here.
Yeah, and even she did. But, like, also, very poor timing. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have done this before she watched her sister's hand get cut off.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a hoax. And, like, the door's banging, and which implies that this guy sneaks past everyone in this place. He didn't, like, kill everyone. He, like, dun, 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 under a box, Solid Snake style. But she's like, I'm not going to tell you. And then he's like, tell me, like, you're good at telling if people are lying. Look at me in the eyes and tell me if I'm lying. And she's like, kill the man who's knocking on the door and then we'll talk. Which, Chloe, hardcore, watched her, like, sister get her hand chopped off and was like, I still can't tell you that they're in the general area of Zambia.
Yeah. Like, I still can't tell you that they're in Africa.
I would have broken immediately, instantly, before they even, like, they would have brought out the box, and I would have been like,
hey, listen, guys, like, they would have taken the thing off, and I'd immediately been like, hey, Zambia, come on now.
Zambia. They're in Zambia, I'd like to go home now.
Like, hey, you have any job openings? Because, listen, we haven't gotten any help, so.
I am such a tremendous coward. I need you to understand this.
Like, I may look a little physically imposing. Mentally, I'm a child. Please don't do this to me.
Please.
Do you need me to cry? What do you need me to do? Other than tell you the things I'm going to tell you, which is everything.
And if you need me to not cry, I'm going to need you to be a little bit nicer to me because it's coming.
I'm fighting it.
I'm fighting it, but once it comes out, it's done. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I'm a real snotty crier too. So.
I'm not one of those pretty criers. I'm not like a Kardashian or anything.
It's gonna be gross. You're not gonna like it. So please don't hurt me.
I just piss my pants. Immediately just piss in my pants.
Dude, we haven't started yet. No, you started. I started. You started. Let's not
like, just here. So pathetic that they're just like, let him go. Come on, man.
And then you walk out, it's the fucking...
Thank you.
And they were just like...
got him again. Another job well done. A cunning escape.
Like, looks like we lived and died. And a leopard gets in.
I mean, the guy's, he's like, oh, your sister's okay now. There's some people there, like, comforting her.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think they did cut off her hand, or else she'd be straight at the hospital.
Yeah. They're, like, talking to her. So I guess, like, maybe when he said, like, I'll be back in 10 minutes. He was like, and then we'll chop off your sister's hand.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I bet that's what it was.
But, like, that wasn't very clearly. So, essentially, she's rescued, but we don't know.
Yeah.
That's the big cliffhanger. She's been rescued, air quotes. But currently, I'm a little bit like...
Yeah, and
could go either way.
On top of that, like, the dude shoots the dude... She doesn't even wait until she's, like, let go.
Yeah.
To tell him, they're in Zambia. Like, just, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
right?
he's not going to do stuff with that information until after you're out of here anyways.
Yeah.
So you should get, like, away.
Yeah.
But the guy does shoot Alves as he comes through the door.
Yeah,
but not in the head.
Yeah, in the chest.
And Hey, it was a great episode this week.
Man, it was awesome.
It was a lot. So much happened. So much happened. Really, like, up there. One of the best, easily.
Yeah, this is my top episode.
I think we're running a little over, like, time-wise anyway, so let's get to the animals. our preferred animal killings. And I have one. I have a dream. I have a wish for an animal murder that I've been thinking about, and it is that I want to see a peregrine falcon go straight through a person.
like they're just talking, and then you just see...
Because a peregrine falcon can go an obscene speed. I know this because I read Animorphs as a kid. Peregrine falcon can go, I forget what the speed is, but it's something like that I remember as it's like significantly over 100 miles per hour in a free fall dive. Like, and they use that to, catch a fish or kill another bird, usually kill another bird.
God, that aim must be incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Like, there are only assassinations in that, like, species.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And I do just want to see a man talking, and then just suddenly there's a bird-shaped hole in his stomach.
God. That's terrifying to just know that. Nature is horrible.
Nature is really bad.
Like, why are there still allowed to be animals?
Do you know the I mean, it's always the thing of you look into parasitic species, and that's the thing that like fucks me up the worst.
Oh yeah.
Is when it's like, and this like parasite like gets into an ant and then convinces it to like climb up onto a grass leaf so that it gets eaten by a cow.
Yeah.
And so that they can get back into the cow.
Yeah, like at this point the human race is like a Bond villain who just leaves instead of like seeing him die. Like, let's just get rid of the animals.
I really want... Is it pufferfish or like sea anemones? So, like dolphins pass around apparently for like drug use.
I feel like it's pufferfish, but I could be wrong.
That's perfect. Because I want them to like use it as their own weapon. Like they pass around bomping each other on the nose until it like...
Oh, like a volleyball type
deal. And just straight into a person's chest or face, like on a cruise ship.
That'd be great.
Or like jet skis. And
that'd be great because it'd be adorable until it wasn't.
Yeah. And like... They surround a cruise ship and they're just like lobbing pufferfish onto this cruise ship and getting people. That'd be sick.
Such an inefficient way, but if one person died, it'd be so worth it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that would just be unexpected.
Yeah, you're really looking for that sideline because that's what we learned today. That's the funniest type of death.
Oh my god!
Is really just like out of nowhere.
Yeah. Man, what am I thinking? I think there's a lot of cool ones at this point.
Yeah.
Like, and they still haven't really shown like a bear attack. Although that would be pretty dark if they had like a Revenant style bear mauling. Lions would be cool.
A herd would be amazing. Any sort of herd.
Yeah.
Like a person crossing the street and then they...
Like a bull that just walks up and he's just like this massive bull. And he's like the end level boss. And you can tell because his horns, there's only like 5-6 inches left on his horns because the rest are just bodies piled up.
Oh my god, we forgot to talk about there was a tree full of dead people at one point.
Yeah.
Awful.
There was just a tree, I forget where in the episode, there's a tree full of the dead people from the farm.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It was brutal. There was a lot of blood in this episode. It was gory.
It was. They're getting their stride. This is going to be a great show from now on.
I'm calling it here, and I will have zero regrets about this. This show is going to be perfect from here on out. It will have no flaws.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Like, it's steadily like kind of weeded out the some of it. There's still like they still do that annoying thing where we were talking about a couple episodes ago, and they're like, oh, the very blah, blah, blah that you blah, blah, blah is blah, blah, blah. Like, they still do that where it's, like, very, like, Shakespearean dialogue for no reason.
Yeah.
But, other than, like, smallish stuff like that, it's gotten rid of a lot of, like, the blatant plot holes and the nonsensical stuff.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's exciting. And that's
a wrap.
that's the end of our podcast.
Signing off.
I'll probably just cut out most of what we said at the end.
We could just leave at the torture.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh no, yeah, I'll just cut out at the most sad moment for all of us. Wow.